Hello.
Hi.
And welcome to Dreadaholics,
The podcast about movies.
horror movies.
I'm Adriauna.
I'm Peter.
And we're a couple.
This week we did Dead Alive.
Yeah.
Slash Braindead.
Yeah.
Slash Braindead.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie was directed by Peter Jackson of Lord of the Rings fame.
Yeah.
This is pre-Lord of the Rings Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
And
the hell was he doing?
he likes blood.
Yeah, apparently
I mean,
he does.
Don't we all?
True.
But directed by Peter Jackson, starring Tim Balm, Diana Penalver, and Ian Watkin.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of any of those people.
Is that pronounced correctly?
It could be. I have no idea.
Okay.
But it is said to be the bloodiest film of all time.
Really?
Yes, it's said to be in like measured by like fake blood.
Yeah.
And 300 liters of fake blood were used in the final scene.
Jeez.
Is something I found.
Oh my
So that's
God.
fucking wild.
It's about, it seems right.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Wow.
So this is our first episode. It's our first podcast.
True.
So we're gonna do like a bunch of categories to like talk about the movie and stuff. But something I want to mention: the film had a $3 million budget, and it made worldwide, from what I saw, it only made about 240,000.
Oh no.
So it did not do great.
Oh my God.
I don't know how accurate that is, but that's what I saw.
Yeah.
So that's rough.
A little, yeah.
But
It's like a cult movie, right?
yeah, it's like a cult movie. Like a lot of people fucking love it.
Yeah.
Because it horror comedy
Mm-hmm.
kind of style movie with a lot of blood and a lot of jokes and like dark humor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You showed me this movie.
I did.
You showed me this movie when we first started dating.
Uh-huh.
And we watched it and I was like, that was awesome. We decided to watch it again and it was like, fuck, this is amazing.
Yeah. It's always been one of my favorite like gore movies.
Yeah. So we can just jump right in. First category, favorite scene. We have a bunch. I have a bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just go straight in. One of my favorite scenes was, this is really small, but really short. But when he fucks the girl and then gets out and is like, God, today is such a beautiful day.
Yeah.
It's just so amazing. Just that whole section, fucking incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the pudding scene written down where Puss comes into his pudding.
Yeah,
she like eats her own ear.
Yeah, that was incredible. I also have the dinner scene. It's the best.
The breakfast scene?
Yeah, like the breakfast, the pudding, all of it.
Oh yeah.
Big fan.
I have pudding scene written down. I have breakfast scene written down.
Yeah, so they're like the same like scene, but it's just I don't fully understand how he didn't become a zombie, because it's like
he ate her blood.
He ate her blood, so he should be a zombie.
Yeah, he should be infected
by the laws of
any zombie movie ever.
Yeah, but okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about that.
There's another infected human
logistics
running around.
Yeah, because then they show him at the funeral. He's fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, what? Fuck it. Like,
how else? I mean, the number one way to spread like a virus is bodily fluid.
But fuck it.
Let's just not talk
about
it.
I have the funeral scene.
Yeah.
Which the whole section of when the mom like breaks out of the coffin and it's like intercut with the priest just talking about how much family love he had and how much his mom loved him and all this stuff, and like he's just like fighting her off the whole time. It's fucking incredible. I loved that whole section.
That was great. I also like that. I have baby at park written down because that is a great scene.
That is fucking It's just
Yeah, it's a
comedy.
great sequence. Him beating the baby up in front of everyone, and no one calls the police. And they're just kind of
They just like look at him. They just look at him, and they don't.
They're like, "Damn, all right."
I really do like that scene. It's incredible. I found something else about that scene specifically, that Peter Jackson went under budget by like a few $1,000s or something, and so he used that budget to film that scene.
Oh.
So by the like original plans of the movie, that scene was not a thing at all. And he was like, well, fuck it, I got extra money, I might as well just throw it into this.
Oh
and
my god.
Fucking just, it's just wild that no one called the police, no one came up to him and said, hey, what are you doing?
No. I have running in blood written down. There's the part where he's in it's comically pleasing, where he's running in place in blood and a puddle, and the zombies keep getting closer to him, and he just keeps going, and he's not getting anywhere. I think it's grade A humor. I think it's great. I love it.
That was good. I don't know if that's how that works, like physics wise. I don't think that's how that would happen.
Probably not.
It's
No.
some straight out of a cartoon.
Yeah.
Which is great. And then like also when he finally gets his footing, he's stepping on zombies' heads.
Yeah, and they're like crunching. Yeah.
Like fucking hopscotch with heads. I have written down just the whole zombie part, like the basically from the second that all of the zombies wake up, just like that whole section.
The whole thing.
Just that whole like 5 minutes from when all the zombies wake up.
Yeah.
Those 5 minutes. There's just absolute. It's like it's already kind of chaotic, and then when that happens, it's like it's just pure chaos, and just everything's getting broken.
Yeah.
Everything's going down. Fucking everyone's dying, getting limbs chopped off. Everything just going fucking insane, and it's incredible.
Well, I have my favorite scene written down, circled, because I loved it so much.
Yeah.
So when that zombie, he gets stuck in the door, and it rips him in half, and he chases, what is his name, Lionel, the main character?
Yeah,
Lionel, like into the tub, and his guts fall out.
Mm-hmm.
The guts, they crawl up to the mirror, and they look at themselves, and they smile, and they act like they're putting on makeup, and it was really cute, and it was my favorite scene.
That was fucking cute. That was really awesome. I loved that little monster. I mean, we'll talk about him more later because I have him in another section. But like that guy, that little monster was fucking adorable.
So cute.
I loved him.
He was so cute.
Yeah, my favorite scene was probably when he comes in with the lawnmower.
Yeah,
it's easily my favorite. It's very Evil Dead,
mm-hmm.
which I love Evil Dead, and that scene was just so like just pure, like pleasing. Like let's just watch this guy just cut 100 zombies into pieces.
Yeah.
Let's just watch that happen. And blood's flying everywhere, and he's using a fucking lawnmower, and it's just like, oh, okay, like this is what we're doing now. It felt like everything up to that point had been ridiculous, and then when that happened, it was like, okay, we're just going balls to the wall here. Like this is just gonna be the.
Let's just turn 30 zombies into applesauce real quick.
Yeah, this actually is gonna be the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah,
it's fucking incredible.
Without a doubt.
Okay. Now we can do cringiest line next.
Oh yeah.
I have 4, but none of them I just started writing down just lines I liked that were just funny and made me laugh.
Oh, that's not cringe.
I didn't have a whole lot of cringy lines because
really?
honestly the movie was really funny.
Yeah.
It was a really funny movie, and so things
to us.
Yeah, but things that would normally be cringy, I feel like were just funny. They just worked well.
Yeah.
And so I just started writing down my favorite lines. I will say the cringiest thing I saw was just everything. It's just any section with the mother, anything she said at all.
Wow.
I cringed. I hated
really?
her. She's really cringy.
My cringiest line that I wrote down was, "I kick ass for the Lord."
I kick ass for the Lord. So
cringiest line.
I had that too, but that's not cringy. That's just really funny.
I thought it was more cringe. It wasn't funny for me.
But here's the thing. So here's the thing. It was funny.
Okay.
That's it. It was funny.
Okay.
But
I also have romance. What about money? Which was very early in the movie.
dude sitting, what was it? He was sitting in the fucking at
Kitchen
the dinner
table,
at the
yeah.
kitchen table with all of them, and they were talking about. I don't even remember.
They were doing like a tarot card thing, and she was worried about
Oh yeah,
like finding romance.
See, like it'll be a lifelong romance. He said, "Romance.
What about money?"
I also have when they're at the dinner table, the alive people, when the mom is dying at the dinner scene, the fucking the man there is like,
what we need is another war.
What we need is another war.
I wrote that down too.
Unprompted, no sense. What the fuck are you talking about?
What we need is another war.
They're talking about like women's rights or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, he's just like, I just want to kill people.
Yeah. I wrote that down too. It was notable.
I think if we're going cringiest, I think cringiest line, I'm just going to go with the mom. I hated her. She's cringy.
What line? That's not a line.
That's everything you said.
You gotta pick a line. You can't just be like, yeah, the mom was the cringiest line.
Fine. If I have to go a cringiest line, I go with what we need. What we need is another war. Even though it was funny.
I also wrote down, your mom ate my dog. And then he said, not all of it. Which I thought was corny.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah, but I think cringiest line is definitely, I kick ass for the Lord.
I love that line.
I just...
Incredible.
I don't know, man.
Okay, is that all you got?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we can do best score.
Best score.
Which this movie had. We were
Tough.
concerned when we like writing all these categories. We were like, what if a movie doesn't have gore? Like, what's going to happen? All that stuff. And it's like, we picked probably the goriest movie to start with. So that's nice.
Yeah. Because if it doesn't have gore, we could do scariest thing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. But this had a lot of gore.
A lot of gore. There was no lack.
I have a lot of things written down.
Yeah? Well, I'm picky about gore.
Yeah?
I love gore. It's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So, I didn't write that many things down.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of wrote my favorites.
Well, it's not really gore, but I didn't really know where else to put it. I wanted to talk about it. Just the rat monkey in the thing, his claymation.
Yeah.
I just thought it was done well. I mean, you could tell it was claymation.
Yeah.
But I was like,
or like stop motion at least.
Yeah, something like And I was just like, that's good. Like I liked it. I was like, that's good. It's not really gore, but
yeah, it's not gore.
It was just like the special effects of it. It was just I thought it was well done.
Yeah, he was really well done.
But what I have written down, the mom's arm. So when
I have that too.
When she's in the bedroom, and like skin rips off of her arm, like from the bite, and it's like there's like a heart beating in her arm, and it's like pulsating or whatever. It's fucking awesome.
It looks like they used a little motor in her arm to make it look like it was pulsating, and that's really nice. Yeah, they really took their time, and
I really liked that.
Me too. I wrote arm bite. You just talked about that. Dog pulled out of mom. When she eats the dog, and he grabs the dog and pulls it out of her, and it's like they take their time with it, and it's like slimy. It's nice. I like that.
Yeah, that was a good one. My biggest question was like, how did she do it? Like, if she ate the dog, how did that happen?
Seems like she ate the thing whole.
Yeah, but like, there were no bones. Like, it was just like a sack.
Yeah.
It was like all the bones are
Maybe
gone.
it was a tail.
It's fucking incredible.
And she ate that thing real fast
really
too.
Like it was only up there for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I have nurse neck. So specifically the moment when it actually happens, when her neck like almost comes entirely detached, and it's just the back part
pops off.
That whole part when it actually happens. But I mean, the whole time it's awesome. But like that specific time, I was like, whoa, like that gore's dope.
Yeah, I really like the part because in that same sequence, she sticks her hands in the skin of her cheeks in her face.
Yeah,
and it's like stuck in there. I thought that was really cool. And then she just rips her neck off.
Yeah,
not even like cut it.
Just
I don't really know how she got infected because I don't think she bit her.
Yeah, I guess it was just. And see, I don't know, like the rules of this
The
movie.
rules don't make sense.
The rules of this movie they really play Calvin ball with it. They really just kind
Yeah.
of go off the wall, and it's like it's one of those things where it's like, look, this movie is like 40% funny,
40.
70%.
Yeah.
It's really just it's mostly like funny. You're not really supposed to think
It
about
took
it.
the mom like a day and a half to turn, but then every other person that turns takes literally 30 seconds.
Yeah,
It doesn't make a lot of
Doesn't-
sense.
it bends the rules a little bit.
A little,
It's
yeah.
like, it's okay. In my eyes, it's like, all right, fine, whatever. You want to do it like this, you can.
Yeah.
This movie is not really, it's not taking itself very seriously. So it's
Yeah,
like,
no.
it's not going to take the rules very seriously either. It's like, all right, fine, whatever. You get a pass.
I wrote face ripped off for gore. And it's a scene where the zombies come out. It's one of the like lesser impacted kills, and they rip his face off. And it was really nice.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like realistic,
Yeah.
but it was cool.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I like that. I like also because that happens and then they go off and they do other things, and then when all the zombies wake back up,
Yeah, he's there
at the
with that
very front, and it's like you kind of see it again, and you're just like, holy fuck, that's
Scary.
like that's awesome.
Yeah,
Good.
I love it.
I had that written down too. I had No Legs, who is this guy who during all this chaos of the party and everything's going on, everyone's dying and all these things, his top half is perfectly fine, and he's getting pulled through a window, and the people are trying to save him. They finally pull him through, and it's all of his legs are just gone except for the bone.
Yeah.
It's just the bone, and the bones are covered in blood.
Actual chicken legs.
it's just, I was looking at him and I was like, that's awesome. I love that. And
So,
like,
yeah.
they're like twitching and moving, and it's just like,
And his feet were fine. It was just his legs.
yeah, his feet were perfectly fine. These little chicken legs, that was the best.
Bloody bones.
Yeah.
I think I also wrote down lawnmower, which is the scene where you talked about it. He brings in the lawnmower and he cuts them all down.
Mm-hmm.
It's iconic. It's a good gore scene.
Incredible. Big fan.
Spine guy. So, I don't know his name, but the big guy.
The uncle.
The uncle.
The evil rapist uncle.
Yeah, that guy. He, the mother, like, fucks him up. She, like, rips his spine out of his body.
Yeah.
And he comes in, and his head is attached to his spine, and it looks like a scorpion tail.
Yeah.
And it is really terrifying.
Yeah.
It's genuinely unsettling.
Yeah, it was incredible.
I really like that.
He like especially when they like reveal him, like he comes up to the main characters and he's like walking on all fours, and his like spine is like up, and his head is attached. Yeah, I wrote that down too. I just wrote down Trump zombie.
Trump zombie.
Trump zombie.
He does kind of remind me of Trump.
He looks a little bit like him. I had Glowface. So there's a zombie specifically who she like when they're defending against her, they grab her head and they force her head into a light bulb, which this doesn't make any sense.
It would shatter.
Literally, it doesn't make any sense, but it's whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to make sense. It just they shove her head into the light bulb, and it takes a second, and then just her whole face just glows red.
Yeah.
And it's just glowing red for
Like when you stick your thumb over a flashlight.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like that for the whole scene, because it happens near the beginning of
they just leave her there.
of everything going to shit, and it's just, for the rest of the time whenever they show that room, she's just there in the background
Like
with
a
a
lamp.
glowing head.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, I think it like finally short circuits and blows her head up.
Finally.
That's what starts the fire.
Oh, is that what starts the fire?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what ends up starting the
Okay.
fire, which blows up the house and stuff.
But for the best score, it's a 2-way tie between face getting ripped off and spine guy for me.
Okay, big fan. Love
Yeah.
it. I have two more.
You have two more?
I have two more.
Wow.
2 more. I have baby hatching from face.
Yeah, that's
That's
also iconic.
absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Because you don't. Because I honestly didn't expect it, because we had seen this movie before. But
Yeah.
I forgot that happened.
Really?
And so when we were watching it, like you don't expect it because you haven't seen the baby in a little while, but also you're not expecting the baby to be inside of this fucking random zombie. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And like she's getting all fucked up, and her like face is deconstructing. And you're like, what's going on? And then you see these little baby hands coming out of her ears, and you're like, what?
Little baby claws.
Like fucking rips her head like from the center and like cracks it open like an egg, and it was just like, oh. This is what's happening.
There he is.
This is this is where this fucking baby has been. This is incredible. And then I also have Guts Monster. Just him in general.
Oh yeah, the cute one.
Little pile of guts running around doing shit.
Yeah.
I loved him. He was
Me
the
too.
best. I want one as a pet.
Same. He's really cute. I felt so bad when he killed it, and it was like praying with its lungs.
Oh
It was so cute.
I liked him a lot. He was cool. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
But it's like whatever. It's fine.
It doesn't have to make sense.
I loved it. I think my I'd say like best score probably I honestly might go with Mom's Arm, only because it's like all this other stuff is like when everything's off the wall going crazy.
Yeah.
But like with the Mom's Arm is kind of the first good gore.
Yeah.
And in a movie where, I mean, there had been a little bit, but there wasn't a whole lot until then. It was kind of the first bit of gore when everything was normal.
Yeah, it starts after that.
And so like that little bit of gore in that like kind of atmosphere was like, whoa. And so I don't know. But I also thought it was really well done.
It is, yeah.
And so I think I'm gonna go with that. That's like the winner.
Good choice. Our sponsor this week is Hammers. Go get one. We can move on to most fuckable zombie. Most fuckable villain.
Most fuckable
This time
villain.
it's a zombie.
Yeah, this time it's like, okay, there were a million. Most of the time it'd be like, is the villain fuckable? Was the idea.
Yeah.
But there's not like a specific villain.
Yeah,
really.
there's no
It's
like
just
villain.
a bunch of zombies. So it's like, which zombie would you most like?
Most fuckable zombie.
Most fuckable zombie.
Which one would you rather fuck out of all of them?
I went with the nurse.
Then yeah.
I went with the nurse, and my reason is simple, and it's just I'm a fan of pulling hair,
Mm-hmm.
and I just think that just takes it to a whole other level.
Yeah, with their throats.
You pull her hair, all of a sudden her whole head is back, and it's like that sounds like fun.
And then it's looking at you.
Sounds like a good time.
Really?
Not ideal, obviously, but if I had to pick between one of these,
yeah, it makes sense.
yeah. What'd you do?
I wrote mom late stage, and then in parentheses I wrote thick.
So you're talking about the mom monster.
Yeah, the mom monster at the end of the movie.
Giant mom
She has giant ass and giant titties.
She's packing some heat.
Definitely fuckable. 10 out of 10.
Fair.
And I wrote nurse.
Oh, okay. So you agree with
Yeah, but mostly the late stage mom.
Yeah. Okay. It's a little big, just not like, but like she's like 10 feet tall.
So?
Feel a little hard to.
I don't care.
Oh, all right.
Crush me.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
We're moving on to Laws Broken.
Okay.
That's the one you didn't write down.
That's true.
Yep.
True. I didn't write this one.
He
down,
didn't write it down, but I did a lot.
So I'm gonna clear out for you. Give me some laws broken.
So this is a section where we figure out a lot of times in movies they just kind of go over things that are very illegal. Someone should definitely get arrested for them. So I wrote them down. First of all, assault, attempted murder, and multiple accounts of attempted murder.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Murder, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those. Illegal transport of an animal.
When?
The monkey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, you can't.
No, without like proper paperwork. And
Yeah.
I wrote bribery.
Mm-hmm.
They bribed the guy to transport the animal.
Yeah.
Dog off leash, small but illegal.
True.
Yep. Hiding bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just keep dead bodies in your house without reporting
You're
them
not.
in your basement.
You're not wrong. What if the bodies can walk around?
I just
No, you're out. You're out.
that's it's a law.
They move. They're walking bodies.
But they're dead.
Fair.
Yeah. Disturbing a grave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When he went and pissed on the grave.
No, when he went to go dig his mom up.
Yeah.
It's legal.
True.
Yeah.
He did piss on the grave though.
And someone also pissed on the grave.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it's not. It might be illegal, but it's illegal to dig up a body.
True.
Yeah.
What if the
trespassing?
Okay.
Which was when they trespassed on the church property.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buying tranquilizers illegally.
Definitely illegally from a Nazi.
From a Nazi.
From a Nazi. Let's point that out.
Who was also an illegal vet.
Yeah.
Who's also breaking law.
There's no way he was an actual vet. There's no universe.
He said. He said when the guy got there, he's like, "What are you, immigration? I told you I lost my papers." So he is breaking the law.
He's definitely not
illegal practice.
Not a practicing veterinarian.
No, not at all. I wrote child abuse, child endangerment, child neglect, animal abuse, breaking and entering.
Yeah.
When the uncle breaks in his house.
He does do that.
Yeah. Blackmail.
Mm-hmm.
He blackmails him. Sexual assault.
Mm-hmm.
Destruction of private property.
Yep. A lot of that.
A lot of that.
And
I'm talking about the not his house, so to say, which could be, but when his mom like crashes through the shop and breaks the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's true.
And attempted rape.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I got.
That's all you got. I mean, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's kind of a lot. Oh, arson.
I was gonna write arson, but I think it was an accident.
I guess that's true.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an accident. So they got away with that. So
they did.
They didn't make the law that bad. They didn't even commit arson.
There's a lot of laws broken.
A lot of laws broken. Too many laws broken.
Too many.
Okay. We can do dumbest mistake now.
Yeah.
So dumbest mistake, I have 4.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 dumbest mistakes. The biggest one, cremation. They should have cremated her. Why didn't they cremate the mom? We talked about this earlier, but like,
yeah, we did.
Okay, you're worried your mom is a zombie. You're like, she's gonna come back to life. She's gonna run around. She's gonna do shit. Why wouldn't you then
opt
be
for
like,
cremation?
let me cremate her. Just cremate her. All of a sudden, none of this happens.
There's no way that I think she would live through a cremation.
No, she wouldn't.
No, because it seems like if you blend the bodies into mush, they stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you burn them to ash, they should probably also.
Probably stop.
Yeah.
So it's like, it seems like, I mean, it's just, this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Cremate her. And
she could have had, a lot of old people, they kind of prepay their death plans and packages. Maybe she already had it written out and he couldn't really.
Maybe.
It could also be a religious thing.
I'm just saying, even if she had it written out, all I'm saying is,
You can't legally.
But I think when you're a zombie, I think that, it makes that a little null and void.
They don't know that.
You can find a way.
You can't just change someone's death plans if it's written.
Maybe.
And prepaid.
Still a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it's still a mistake.
Yeah, it was a huge mistake. I wrote that down too. I wrote it down. I wrote, take mom to the hospital. Yeah. She was like, I don't need help. Call an ambulance. He called one so late.
Way too late. He didn't even call one. He was like, go get the nurse. When she's like literally dying in his arms.
Yeah. Her skin is falling off.
Yeah. They should have called the hospital.
Immediately.
So long ago.
Oh, yeah. I also wrote, call police.
When?
Anytime. That entire movie.
Yeah. If he had called the police when the uncle showed up, just call the police. Be like, this guy, I don't know who he is.
No, even before that. Yeah. Like, hey, my mom just killed someone.
Oh, yeah.
And call the police, dog. He just immediately took it into his own hands. He was like, all right, well, guess I'm locking these people in my basement and hiding it.
Yeah. What? I have Baby in the Park. I know we just talked about how we loved that scene. Mm-hmm. And that scene was awesome. But okay. Look,
I wrote that too.
I understand. Like I talked about earlier, it was extra budget. They're like, all right, fuck it, let's do this. I get that. But when you think about it from a logical standpoint, there's literally no reason
He would take the baby to the park.
There's literally no like actual reason why
No.
he should do that.
No.
It can only be a bad thing. Why would this baby want to be? He's a zombie. He's a zombie baby.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no. He was like, oh, wow, they had a baby. Guess I should take it to the park where there's a lot of kids, and it should bite all of them.
It's just, it doesn't make any sense.
No,
at
it
all.
doesn't.
I mean, a lot of this movie doesn't make sense, but I just want to point that out. It's like, hey, maybe don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Maybe don't do that.
It was a huge mistake.
Yeah, is that?
Mm-hmm.
I have getting on the roof when I understand, this is when
The end of the movie, right?
Yeah, this is the end of the movie. So this is when the mom is chasing them, and I understand you don't have anywhere to go, but there's a window. Jump out the window, maybe do something else.
Yeah,
don't go on the roof.
The roof of a collapsing building.
A collapsing building that is on fire. Don't do that. That's stupid.
So
How are you
dumb.
going to get down? One. Also, now you're trapped with this giant mom thickums monster.
Yeah, her cheeks clapping.
Cheeks are
so loud.
Too big.
Yeah.
You can't get away from someone with cheeks this big.
No, I don't know how the whole neighborhood didn't come running at the sound of her cheeks clapping. Like, that's like, what the hell's going on?
Yes, exactly.
I wrote baby outside, so we agree. I wrote feed them ? Why was he feeding them? Why did they have the breakfast scene? If he doesn't want to deal with them, why is he trying to keep them alive?
Mm-hmm.
And he knew how to give them tranquilizer with a needle. Why did he feed them?
Yeah.
And why did he feed them eggs?
Yeah. Why eggs of
they
all things?
Eat meat.
And then they started fucking.
They started
fucking, which I guess isn't really his fault.
No.
But I mean, when you think about eggs, you're like, okay, it's protein. It's not meat, but it's protein.
Yeah, but they don't eat eggs.
They need human flesh.
And also, why did they eat it?
Yeah, right. I love the part. I meant to talk about this earlier in favorite scene, but whatever. Like, I just loved the part where like the one guy who doesn't have the rib, who doesn't have his front half, he tries to eat it and it goes through his head.
Yeah, the spoon goes through his head.
And then the mom grabs it and he starts like pouting like a baby.
Aww.
It's just like, okay, this is what we're doing. Like that, the movie had already been kind of silly.
Yeah.
And then at that moment it was like, okay, this is what we're doing. Like,
yeah.
This is what we're doing. Okay, I'm here for it. Like, I was like, this is ridiculous, but I'm also.
It's ridiculously
so
funny.
I need to watch all of this.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
I agree. I wrote, give the uncle the house. Why did he do that?
Yeah.
Like, at this point, it's obvious that he can't control these zombies. He's over his head, and he's like, hey, if you don't give me your house and all your money, I'm going to call the cops. Like, oh no, you'll call the cops and they'll deal with it. Yeah. Oh no.
Like, okay, call the cops. Why? I don't understand why he had this need of like, I need to hide this from everyone.
Internalized it immediately.
Yeah, like why not just call the cops.
The CDC,
have the cops
man.
come look at this. I'm not harboring dead bodies. They're alive. Like, what the fuck? You deal with someone deal with this.
Call the
me.
CDC.
How about not me deals with this?
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. But and also, alternatively, okay, fine. You can have the house. You can have the money. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Bye. Like, why not just leave at that point? Why is he staying?
I don't know.
What are you doing? No, just leave.
He just let him blackmail him.
Let the fucking uncle deal with all this bullshit. He wants to, fine, take the house. I didn't want it anyway. I'm gonna go take my girlfriend and roll.
Yeah.
See you never.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I had one more.
Yeah.
And my last one is just it's really little. Just throwing away the cross.
Yeah.
The blade or whatever it was at the very end there. Why?
The thing that kept him safe.
This thing kept you safe. It kept you alive.
Yep.
Through all of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I don't need it anymore. Evil's defeated. Well, hold on. This thing could still be really useful for you. There's no reason why you would.
Also, it's not his to throw away.
Yeah, it was a gift.
It's his girlfriend's like grandmother.
Yeah. Why would you throw that up? That doesn't make any sense.
It looks expensive.
You're saying you're done fighting evil? Now if evil comes back to you, you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have thrown away that fucking knife.
If he ever gets jumped.
What if the grandma is like, hey, can I have that back?
Yeah, like, that's a family heirloom. Can I have that back?
Yeah. Like, oh, sorry, I threw it in a bush.
Oh.
What the fuck? What?
Go get it. Oh, it got stolen.
Yeah,
well,
fuck.
fuck.
Someone else fucking has it. All of a sudden now, like a year later, it's like, oh, I'm seeing this thing in the paper. Someone got stabbed with a weird cross that looks like a knife.
Yeah.
Weird. That wasn't me.
Weird.
I don't know where you got that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you throw that away? It doesn't make sense.
Did he ever consider that maybe the girl is cursed, his girlfriend? Because shit was fine until she came around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that theory.
Yeah.
She's actually cursed.
Yeah.
She's evil.
She's the curse.
She is Satan.
Yeah.
Also, while we're talking about evil, again, the Nazi. You pointed this out. We were watching it.
Yeah.
Like they positioned him when he had tranquilizer. He's like, oh, I have tranquilizer. And you see the little horns.
Yeah, they lined him up with the taxidermy to have horns.
Made it obvious.
It's not the first time in cinematic where I've seen, like, the director line up a German. It was Willy Wonka.
Yes.
Willy Wonka. They really like demonized Germans.
Yeah.
In the movie, and in one part they lined up a scene where a German is standing, and there's like horns from taxidermy lined up perfectly with his hair.
Which, I mean, fair. He was a Nazi.
Yeah.
So it's like,
in this movie it was fair, but in Willy Wonka they were just German. They weren't Nazis.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right.
Like, okay.
They killed them all first.
Mm-hmm.
In Willy Wonka.
True.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka hates Germans.
Apparently.
Yeah. Okay, so now do you have another dumbest mistake at all?
I do not.
No. What was the dumbest mistake, do you think?
I think it was definitely lack of calling the police. Or just calling anyone, getting any kind of help. Dumbest mistake.
Yeah, I would say
everything could have been prevented.
I would say cremation. That's like, just get her cremated.
Well, see, that's not the dumbest mistake for me, because I wrote that down because he still had the nurse to deal with.
True.
It wouldn't have been over.
I guess.
But if he would have immediately called like help for his mom, like when she got sick, all of it could have been prevented.
True.
And if his mom just didn't go to the zoo and be toxic.
Yeah, she was a toxic mom.
Yeah, we just had to creep.
That's why I said she was the cringiest thing. So it's like, she's this super toxic. Like, worse. Like when she got bit, I was like, good. I didn't feel bad for her for a second.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. Same thing with the rapist uncle, man. Like,
yeah, he was the worst.
I'm glad you got bit. I'm glad you died.
Yeah,
you're kind of the worst. So.
When he was locked outside that window and he was like banging on it and like, help me, and they actually helped him. Yeah. Why?
It's like, this dude tried to rape you.
He just tried to rape her. Next category was missed weapons, which is where we talk about things that could have been used as weapons and weren't. But we both got nothing.
Had nothing
because they were very resourceful.
Very, like at one point, someone was like, "Oh, let me take the heat, like the heater. I'm gonna turn it up so the steam hits the zombie in the face." It's like someone used a rake. To fucking
a light bulb.
They were really creative.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot of this.
No, I didn't even have time because they were so resourceful.
Yeah, and also the movie moved so fast that even if we tried, it was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Something else was going on before you could even really think about it.
What was the lady's name? Paquita, or something?
I completely forgot.
Yeah, the woman's name.
Yeah.
She just grabs a chair and smashes it over the baby immediately.
Yeah.
The instinct.
Like, oh, okay, cool. I'm glad you're doing this.
And then tries to stick it in a blender. Like she wastes nothing. Like
that baby was incredible.
He resilient.
Also, low key, he had hops. Think about it. He went from the blender. He jumped up to that like light.
Yeah.
Very top. Kid had hops.
He did.
Basketball player.
Also, there's no guarantee that he died. So, part 2.
We saw him. That would be incredible. Like, because we saw at the end of the movie, he was in the middle of the burning house, but we didn't see him get burned up.
No.
And this is a horror movie, which means that means he must have got out clearly. So.
Also,
awesome.
I'm pretty sure he's indestructible.
Honestly.
Nothing they did hurt him.
Absolutely
hit him in the head with a pan. Like, he's just, I don't think he can die.
I don't think so either.
He's probably still alive.
Yeah.
I'm excited for part 2.
Yeah.
That's not confirmed at all or talked about.
This movie came out in 92. I don't think Peter Jackson would do
2020. Announce the fucking next part.
Pete, make Braindead too.
Yeah, please.
Please.
Make the baby a thing.
Make the baby. What if he's still a baby? Like it's like 30 years later, he's still a baby.
Yeah, they don't age.
They don't age. How would he age? It'd be
How would he
incredible.
age?
Or he got out, they moved, but then it's like 30 years later, oh, it's a zombie apocalypse because they let the baby live and he
Yeah.
created the zombie virus.
Or that guy did turn from eating the pus and he, infects a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Baby ran off into the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
He's been living down there for years.
And then there's a zombie invasion, and Lionel has to save everyone.
Yeah.
And he has
Final boss baby.
And he has to get an unlikely ally, the zombie baby.
No.
Him and the zombie baby have to work together. And they have. That's what they have.
They
to
have
do.
babies.
They have. Oh, that could be fun.
Good idea.
We never got a confirmed gender on the zombie baby there, so it could happen.
How did they have clothes for the baby?
They didn't. He was naked.
Yeah, but then he had a little onesie on.
That's true.
Yeah.
They probably just got a regular baby onesie.
Yeah, but why did they have baby clothes at the house?
Because, you never know. Hey, you don't know how active that mom was before she died. She might be preparing for a baby.
She was like 80.
Yeah.
I don't think she could have kids anymore.
Who says?
All right.
So we have final thoughts.
Yes, we
So
do.
This is just like a general, just like, what'd you think? Any extra things you wanted to say? What'd you think of the movie?
What I think of the movie?
What'd you think of the movie? From like, put your critic hat on.
My critic hat?
Yeah.
All right, let me find it. I loved it, but that's really biased because I've always really loved this movie. Watched it as a kid. 10 out of 10. I love gore, and I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It's stupid funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Slapstick.
it's not complex comedy.
Yeah.
It's just great
Mm-hmm.
the whole time.
Yeah.
I love it. 10 out of 10. Do you
Yeah.
want to know the notes I wrote down?
Sure. Give it to me.
So the side notes I wrote that
Mhm.
don't fall under category.
Okay.
First thing, pretty scenery. It's filmed in a pretty location. I like it.
Yeah.
It seems humble and cozy. Good character setup for the mom.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, first time you see the mother, she's wielding a butcher knife. And she
True.
opens mail with it,
Yeah.
which is
Fucking
extra.
wild.
So you immediately get a sense of who she is within the first, 10 seconds of meeting her. I think it was great character setup. I wrote obvious PTSD for Lionel when it comes to, his fear of water.
Mm-hmm.
She should probably go to therapy.
Probably should have.
Yeah. Some deep-seated trauma. Yeah. Convenient ladder. His his window in his backyard when his girlfriend comes over and she's yelling to him, there's just a random ladder leading up.
There it is, yeah.
Like his own fire escape on a house.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Houses don't have fire escapes.
No. Handled murder way too well. Everyone in the movie.
Yes.
He watched his mom die and was a little bit sad and then watched her rip a woman's throat open and he was just kind of okay.
Yeah.
And
He was not
then
worried about it at all.
the uncle was just like a psychopath. He was okay with killing immediately, and so was the other girl.
Yeah.
Everyone was just kind of took to killing very easily.
Yeah.
Interesting. She started blending people up.
Yeah.
Yeah, immediately.
Real quickly.
What the hell?
Hey, look, you gotta do what you gotta do in the zombie apocalypse.
I wrote call the fucking cops in all caps because, once again, any of this could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Yeah. Embalming, LMAO. When
You wrote down LMAO.
I wrote down LMAO. I hate you. When he walks into the funeral home to find his mother and she's being embalmed, the setup for what they think embalming looks like was hilarious. It was like an engine and wires everywhere and
all the green pus
green
coming out of her.
goo. Yeah, it was humorous.
That was fun.
Yeah. And I wrote turn rate varies, but we already talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
How, his mom took 2 days and everyone else took 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And very inconsistent.
Yeah, and the guy in the beginning who got bit by the monkey,
Mm-hmm.
he was alive for a good minute, and he didn't turn immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if you get bit by the monkey, it takes a while.
Maybe.
And then you're like a ground zero host.
Mm-hmm.
Takes longer the stronger you are.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I remember how they explained how the monkey rat became a thing. It was like all these big rats came and then they raped all the monkeys.
Yeah, they used the word raped.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, okay.
That seems really graphic.
Really really extra.
Yeah. That's all I have.
Okay. I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah.
I loved it. Like I said before, we watched this early in our relationship.
Yes, we did.
And I really liked it then. And, I forgot a lot about what happened, but I remembered, like, the zombie baby and stuff like that. And watching it again was awesome. I really liked it. It's super slapstick, which I love slapstick comedy, Airplane and Police Academy and all these, like, Naked Gun and, like, all these old, like, comedies. It was very that, but mixed with just, like, fucking gallons and gallons of blood and crazy gore. And it's like, fucking hell yeah. Like, horror comedy in general, I'm not a huge fan of, and you're not really either.
Yeah.
But I think that this movie did it incredibly well.
Yeah.
And, I really enjoyed that. And I thought it was a really good movie. And I have a couple notes. I don't have a whole lot of notes, like extra notes, but I have a couple. One is the music. I really like the music.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning when it was kind of like, the tension wasn't very obvious and there wasn't a whole lot going on. I think the music did a really good job of setting everything up. And I don't know, I just liked it. I thought it was well done. I thought the music was really well done throughout the movie, but mostly in the beginning when you really noticed it. And then one thing I wrote down was just like the love interest flip. And it's really minor, but it's like, it's kind of like, okay, she wanted this other guy, right? She was literally throwing it back for him. She was like, come here now.
She wanted to breed.
Yeah,
she did.
Yeah, she really wanted it. And then she was like, let's make 20 babies now on the floor of this store right now.
Yeah.
And then, she goes to the grandma and the grandma's like, nah, that boy ain't shit. And it's like, okay, there's gonna be a new boy. And then she sees Lionel and she's clearly disgusted. That's the point. Is she's disgusted and she hates him.
Yeah.
And then, like, they do the whole scene where, like, the arrow is pointing at him and all that stuff. And now she's like, oh, okay, now all of a sudden you're the love of my life. And I was like, okay.
If you wouldn't have sex with him before, why does it matter now?
Like, okay, I guess I get the whole thing of like, oh, I didn't like you, but now that you're, I guess, maybe destined, like, I understand the point of view of being like, okay, fine, let's, like, give it a shot. Like, you want to go on a date and let's see how this goes.
Yeah, but it's kind of toxic that she was like, nah, you're ugly.
Yeah, but it was not just that. It was like instantaneous. Like, oh, you're the one I'm meant to be with? Okay, cool. I want to fuck you now. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like, whoa, like, what's going, like, you can't just flip. Like,
no.
It's kind of minor.
And then the second he was like disinterested in her, she was like, okay, I'm going to go back to fucking the male guy.
Yeah. She's like, I'm going to try this guy who won't stop talking about his rugby matches.
Yeah, she seems like a little bit easy.
A little easy.
A little desperate.
But, I mean, it's fine. Like, I'm not, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, it was kind of, a little off-putting of just like how fast she was like, okay, I love this guy that 2 seconds ago I thought was the most disgusting man on earth.
Lionel's also really stupid. So,
yeah.
Maybe they're meant to be.
I also thought it was interesting because they made a point of making him super clumsy in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I think the point of that was like at the end, he's super competent. He's killing zombies left and right, doing all this. And I think there was like a reason for that. Because probably because of his mom or something.
Growth, yeah.
And like showed some sort of character growth, which I liked, which was cool. I heard that in the mic.
All right, redo your sentence then.
No, I want to keep it. I'm keeping that.
All right.
I'm going to keep that. I love that. And then the last thing I wrote down was mom with the cake. That's what I wrote. Mom
with the cake.
Mom
her ass?
Cake. Yeah, her ass.
I was like, what cake?
Mom with the cake. That
thickness.
Chef's kiss. That was some thickness on her.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that.
She had some juice on her.
She had a lot of juice. Okay. So yeah, that's it. We have funniest user review.
Yeah, last thing is funny
This
user
is
review.
the last thing we're doing. We've done.
Yep.
Yep.
So this is where me and him, we both go to the website and we look through the reviews and we find one that we think is especially funny.
Yeah, we find it.
And we don't show it to each other.
We find a good one.
Yeah, can I show you mine first? I'm excited.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Mine's really short. So this is from Rotten Tomatoes. It was posted on August 4th, 2015 by Game S. That's the name they gave. Rated 5 stars.
Oh.
Hell yeah. It's goddamn gory. I mean, damn. The organs. That's all they wrote.
Them organs, though.
And there's no periods or commas. It's just one sentence.
Damn. Who was that again?
Game S.
Game S. What a fucking
5
review.
stars.
Love
Hell
it.
yeah. It's goddamn gory. I mean, the organs. I mean, damn the organs.
Wow. That's
Love
good.
it.
That's
10
a
out
good
of
one.
10.
That's a good one.
Great review.
So mine's not as funny as that one, but I like it. I think I'm not gonna read the entire thing because it's kind of long. But this is from IMDb.
Our dog is snoring.
Our dog is snoring.
You want to hear?
You want to hear?
1 second. She might wake up. That's so cute.
She's snoozing on her bed. Anyway, so this is from IMDb. It's a 1 out of 10. Not a fan.
Oh,
This is
no.
posted on February 20th, 2008. So
Wow.
almost 12, actually a little more than 12 years ago.
Do you think they still feel this way?
Very well could. Who knows?
All right.
This is from Andreas Faborg.
Nice.
So shout out Andreas. Title: Worse Than Anything Else. I have seen a lot of bad movies in my time, but never have I suffered as much while watching a movie as I did during that awful pile of brownish substance that is Braindead. It was a truly agonizing experience that almost made me feel like I had lost all faith in mankind. Bad script, bad stop motion,
Oh my God.
bad dialogue, bad acting, bad everything. I couldn't help but think, what incompetent fool could possibly have directed this? And then, as a final mockery from God or something, I learned that it was none other than Peter Jackson.
Wow.
So Andreas did not like it. 13 out of 38 found this helpful. So
13 out of
13
38.
people were like, yeah, I like this. This is a helpful review. 1 out of 10 stars. Andreas,
He
not a
sounds really
fan.
salty.
Peter, do better next time. Peter Jackson, not me. I'm Peter. Not
Yeah,
Peter
not
Jackson.
you, Peter.
I'm not Peter Jackson.
Direct it better next time, bud.
Honestly, I mean, you have to plead.
Did he say brown pile of liquid?
It was pile of brownish substance.
Why so specific?
Didn't want to say shit.
Damn.
They're a family organization, Andreas.
Oh, okay.
So don't disrespect them with your words.
He sounds really like personally attacked.
Personally attacked. He
Yeah.
had to write the review.
Yeah.
So, okay.
It's
Well-
not always just a goddamn dim guts though kind of thing, you know?
Not quite yours. It's fine. I'll beat you next time. That's
Okay,
good.
yeah, beat me next time. I win this time.
Yeah, you win.
That was
You win
better.
help. You win user review this time.
It was short and sweet.
Short and sweet. It was incredible. I loved it. Big fan. Okay, well, that's all we got for today.
And that's all she wrote.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. We
Yeah,
never thought.
First podcast.
Yeah, we did it. Good
Mhm.
job. Woo.
Well, if you listen this long, thank you.
That being said, we did knock this one out of the park.
10 out of
So-
10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
We knocked it out. We can write our own user review for our own podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Rate-
like illegal?
I mean, I don't know if it's illegal. Shouldn't do it.
Isn't that fraud?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Rate 5 stars. So, okay. Oh, she woke up.
Our dog woke up.
If you liked this podcast, please subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or
Wherever else.
wherever else.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun. We hope to do more.
Yeah, we're genuinely passionate about horror movies.
We both love horror movies.
Yeah.
We've been watching horror movies.
This is made from passion.
Yes. This has been a lot of fun. So we'll hopefully we're going to try and put one out every week.
Weekly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching with your ears.
Yeah. I meant to say listening. But
Okay.
I'm a dumbass.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.